just kidding. Ray is way better. Give me Soka. Oh. Was that it? That was it. This is what you for your home. Yosha, ladies and gentlemen, it is go time, or something like that. And all that really means is that, again, life is a mysterious enigma. It always asks for your time, but it never gives it in return. However, what's important is how we spend it. And today, I'm going to spend it learning a little bit of Japanese. So, strap in, have a good time, and ikimashou. Yosh. I think I got it. One for the old one. Am I more than you bargained for yet? どうだ? 楽しいんか? You. Hey. You. 私は私、あなたのあなたとゆべ言ってたその気をするわグレーのジャケットのに見破かるコーヒーのシミわわらずとのねどうインドに二人を釣れば Stay with me 時のど働き関連ないでと泣いたあの季節が今目の前 Stay with me すぐせの柄二人の時を抱いてまだ忘れる味をしていた That's a B flat, ladies and gentlemen. I thought it was a B. B minor. 乾いた口のもう違うものへとはゆうべ言われたとのをするわ Karaoke, huh? 二度目の冬が来て張られていたあなたの心振り抜かれればのもそこにあなたを感じていた Stay with me 真夜の働き心こにが泣いて季節が今目の前 Stay with me 人からって抱いたらこはり同じなのに繰りし合っていた Stay with me. Hereのたき二人の時を抱いてまだ忘れずStay with me 寝て抱いてまだ忘れずだらけてたYeah. Oh, don't hold the 泣いて泣いてあの季節が今目の前 Stay with me So every B minor is a B flat. Good job, kid. We did good. For a Japanese person, we did good. Yo, and with that, it's late. It's hella late. It's also an afternoon. We're interested in going to the gym. However, that's in the future. Right now, we'll take off the game. Nope, I added the game. Right. Good enough. And we'll say hello. It is a Sunday. It is October 17th. There's a lot happening. And today, we're just gonna chill out for a bit. The fluorescent lights are really picking up, or the humbucks are picking up on the fluorescent lighting. So that's something to think about. And I'm gonna organize situations. But, oh, buddy. This is news of the week. Oh, fuck. And with that, yes, cool. Let's go ahead and figure out how we're going to jump in there and represent all the wonderful, interesting news of the internet. But for now, your boy is going to be saying adios. It's time for me to go reconstruct that one other thing. See you later. Ciao. Mata ne. Yoish. And first, starting off with the big guns, ladies and gentlemen, Sony himself to release Godzilla Minus One director Takahashi Yamazaki's first English language films. That's pretty cool. This is by Anissa Tai over at Anime News Network. Right, that's so. J.J. Abrams, Glenn Zimmer to also produce Grand the Year. Sony won the bidding war to release Godzilla Minus One director Takashi Yamazaki's first English language film, Grand Gear. Deadline reported on Friday. Yamazaki will write the original screenplay, direct, and produce. Bad Robot's J.J. Abrams, Glenn Zimmer will also produce the film. The plot of the film is currently unknown. The film marks the director's formal entry into the U.S. market, following the success of Godzilla Minus One. The official X Twitter account for Godzilla franchise announced on November 1st that Yamazaki will return as a director, writer, and visual effects supervisor for the new Godzilla film. Godzilla Minus One opened in Japan on November 3rd, 2023, Godzilla Day, which was the anniversary of the Godzilla's films, November 3rd, 1954 release. The new film screened at Tokyo International Film Festival as of closing its film's last year's events on November 1st. The film has earned an estimated US $56,418,793 in the United States and 50 million internationally. 50 million plus. As of February 1st, the film has become the third highest grossing foreign film of all time in the United States. Nice. That is a win right there. That is also very cool because we're getting Sony to purchase a Japanese writer, film director. And now J.J. Abrams, Abrams being excited to be in the mecha kaiju genre, is producing that. So that's also more of a interesting collaboration happening real time. We got the giant kaiju new kid on the block, and we got the highly Hollywood budgeted big film producer J.J. Abrams ready to add that sci-fi twist. What does this mean to me? Gundam. Fuck yes. No, but seriously, it's cool because yes, we're getting more Japanese culture-centric ideas coming into our Hollywood films, and that's cool. I think that's the final step that we've been waiting for when it comes to that Japanese-American integration, especially with the anime being a bigger part than ever in the United States. So I can only see this being more interesting in terms of culture and how that's gonna influence us in a certain way. And hopefully that's a good thing, I would say. But that's keeping that in mind. What do I want? Akira, baby. And yes, Akira has been written multiple times by multiple people. Gary Whitta himself has said he touched the script, but it's hard to produce a Japanese film when American dumbasses are like, what if we change the story? They call them CEOs in the room. And yeah, so that's part of the reason why those footnotes are preventing a movie like Akira and Gundam and all these hugely Evangelion, all these huge properties, because they don't want fucking America to bastardize the property, in my opinion. And I think that makes sense. So if we can get a Japanese-inspired creator in the fold, then maybe we can open the pathways for the American audience to be more accepting of a Japanese style film and or its interpretations and or its representations when it comes to the anime versions of things and live action anime adaptations. So we'll get back to it. I don't want to say good news, but this is fun news, entertaining, exciting news. But we'll get back to that. Because, sticking with the anime zones, let's go, baby. I took off the mute. To ask us questions, sticking over at the News Network by Crystal Hodgkins. Hello, Crystal. Rakuen Tsuyo, Expelled from Paradise, Kokoro no Resonance, sequel film, reveals 2026 debut, and teaser video. Okay, we're going to see a little bit of this. There's going to be no audio, I believe. But I am excited because this is something that I did not even think we would ever see again. However, Aniplex revealed on Saturday a new key visual teaser video and a 2026 debut. That's a new one. Debut for Rakuen Tsuyo, Expelled from Paradise, Kokoro no Resonance, Heart's Resonance. The all-new feature-length film anime sequel to 2014's anime film Expelled from Paradise. While the original announcement of the film had featured the title Rakuen Tsuyo, Liberated from Paradise, this latest announcement lists the title as Rakuen Tsuyo, Expelled from Paradise, Kokoro no Resonance, as well as Rakuen Tsuyo, Kokoro no Resonance instead. Soka. Speaking of giant robot anime, so Expelled from Paradise was an interesting anime film, obviously 2014, as we said up here. And it was an original story where, how do I explain this? basically, the universe, us people, are connected to the internet 24/7. Think metaverse, and all the high rich people have awesome metaverse characters in the internet, and there is a division of people on the internet called agents, and they are in charge of getting piracy and all this stuff. Think Ghost in the Shell. This is Ghost in the Shell. And so this chick, the one from the first movie, gets android girl. They make her body, and then she gets sent to what people used to call Earth. And Earth is where all the shitty, like, non-rich people live because they can't afford an AI or whatever you call it. And things exude from there. And it's an interesting story with a cool little, I would say, heartfelt message in terms of just like humanity and shit. But it was a write-off. Definitely. It was an original. It's a write-off. Why I didn't remember it getting that much attention in terms of like in the year, but to see it get a sequel after all this time, it's kind of a big deal, because that shows that Aniplex, whoever's funding this or whatever, is either running out of ideas, which no, it's fine, but B, they also still have things like this in mind. Like, it's been 10 years, I guess, since this thing came out, and yeah, 10 years later, they're like, yo, dog, let's just make a sequel. And that's pretty damn cool. I think that might be a good way to have the studio challenge itself every, 10-ish years. And that might be an interesting thing to do. That might be an interesting thing for them to do and throughout the years. So I respect that. And I think that's cool and that's fun. And hopefully this is a good story. Obviously that first fucking cut for that frame in the first cut does not install any like, yeah, we're getting deep on this storyline. Maybe taking the wrong lessons from the first movie, but we will see how that goes. Goddamn. Yeah, let's keep an eye on that. And if it ends up being a shit show, well then we'll know. We'll know what happened. But until then, sticking in the movie universe, going to a galaxy far, far away, maybe so far away, so far away. But this is by Alex Stedman over at IGN. Hello, Alex. Star Wars movie pulled from 2026 release calendar and replaced by Ice Age 6. Yes. A Star Wars movie that previously staked out a late 2026 release date had been pulled from Disney's calendar. As reported by Variety on Friday, the film has been removed from the previously announced December 18th, 2026 date, which will now see the release of Ice Age 6 instead. That doesn't mean we're not getting any Star Wars in 2026, however. As it stands now, The Mandalorian and Grogu, directed by Jon Favreau, is still slated for May 2026 release. Huh. Soka. It's unclear what specific Star Wars movie was set for the December date, but Disney has a number of projects and a universe in development. And last year's Star Wars Celebration, Lucas announced 3 new Star Wars films, feature films, a Dave Filoni directed New Republic film set in his Mondoverse, a Dawn of the Jedi movie led by James Mangold, and a new Jedi Order feature directed by Shireen Obaid Chinoy that's set to have Daisy Ridley reprise her role as Rey after the events of 2019's The Rise of Skywalker. The Obaid Chinoy project has gone through several changes as of late, with screenwriter Stephen Knight recently departing after taking over for Damon Lindelof and Justin Britt Gibson. Still, Rey as a character is apparently a major priority for Disney moving forward, with a recent THR report saying that she's set to appear in several upcoming Star Wars films. And, believe it or not, that's not even all Disney has had on Star Wars stock and moving forward. It was revealed just earlier this month that X-Men producer Simon Kinberg is set to write a new trilogy that isn't contrary to initial reports, a continuation of the Star Wars Skywalker saga. Ice Age 6, meanwhile, was officially confirmed at Disney 23 Brazil last week, When it releases, it will mark 10 years since the most recent mainline entry in Ice Age. 2016's Collision Course, although spin-off, the Ice Age Adventures of Buck Wild, came out in 2022. Damn, he's wild. So yes, interesting. What does it mean for Star Wars? Spirit. It means we got the spirit, bro. Okay, so are we pushing the Rey trilogy? Okay, fair enough. That's kind of something that was expected, but not asked for. But this is good. Well, this is interesting. This is coming from the Disney Plus series, so they have characters, they have ideas, they have purpose, quote unquote, and that might be cool. That's me. Shit. This. Where's the other one? This is cool because James Mangold is the guy who directed Logan, you know, that very depressing Wolverine film that won stuff. And Dawn of the Jedi sounds like it's going to be the Old Republic getting murked. So that might be one of the cool things if we get those Wolverine vibes, but in the Jedi and everything's dark and gritty. And we go, damn it, it's the end of the world as we know it. But hey, I'm just speculating. And finally, this is a little worrisome. Because speaking as a person who did not appreciate this final trilogy, I don't even know what to call that. It's just... It took everything that was Star Wars and just gave up. And that was bad. That's the best way I can explain that. But like, so I have no faith in that. I did not like Rey Skywalker as a character. I don't think she brought anything to the table besides being like a MacGuffin plot device. And seeing a lot of people walk away from this gives me the idea that they really want to push forward Rey as the Grandmaster Mother of the new Jedi, and that'd be great and that'd be fun and all. But guess what? Luke Skywalker already did that, and we didn't have any movies to represent that. We had books, and apparently they were damn good books. I read a couple, but not most of them. And it's just like, dude, did we not learn to not copy the homework of the last Star Wars movies? You know what I mean? And it just really feels like Star Wars as a property is so done. George Lucas, I know, for God rest his soul, for all he did, including Jar Jar, he had spirit. Yes, he copied from Japanese culture, and you know, Godspeed. He did something interesting with that. He made a photons, a laser sword. But yeah, man, it's just now Star Wars is no longer, for me, right? What it feels like is Star Wars is no longer about that spirit. S-I-P-R-I-T spirit. But it's more of the how much money can we print from this? And that's a huge bummer, because Star Wars was objectively cool because it was very nerdy. And now it's just very not, it's very accepted, but it's very sold out. And that's a bummer. But hey, I like Star Wars, I guess. At least we have the video games. So that's my angle to all this. The video games have done a better job of kind of creating this story and this narrative, which is ironic because it's all apparently supposed to connect to each other. But As far as the Jedi Survivor games have gone, I've enjoyed that a lot more than the Star Wars films because it feels more of the Jedi journey rather than like, oh shoot, Han Solo's here. Oh shoot, Leia's here. Oh shoot, Leia's dead. Oh shoot, Leia's still alive. They still had to look into that. Rest in peace, Fisher. But yeah, man, it's a cautionary tale for everybody, I think, because at the end of the day, when you sell out, literally sell your soul to Disney, your IP, your property, your intellectual thoughts. They were not. They won't. they good lord, God knows what they'll become. Anyways, moving on. Stop staring at me, Ray. It's not that serious. All right. Last but not least, in the movie universe, I think. Yeah, in the movie universe, something a little to encourage us to motivate us to go back to the movies. Attack on Titan finale compilation film debuts at #1 in Japanese box office. This is over at Anime News Network by Rafael Antonio Pineda. Gracias, amigo. Attack on Titan, the movie, The Last Attack. Compilation of Attack on Titan final season. The final chapters ranked at #1 at the Japanese box office in its opening weekend. The film sold 175,000 tickets and earned 24,900 million, 435,720 yen. That's about US 159,159 million. In its first 3 days. The film opened last Friday for a 3-week limited engagement in Japanese theaters. The film is 145 minutes long with a 5.1 surround sound, and it's a brushed up edition of 2 parts of the final season. Linked Horizons Ninsen nen Moshikuwa Niman nen Ato no Kimi ni to you in 2,000 or 20,000 years from now. Return to the theme song. And this is the thing that they copied from last week, so thank you. Yep, that's it. What the fuck? There you go. Kamen Rider ranked at #5 in its opening weekend. 513,000 in its first 3 days. Film opened in Japan on Friday and tells the story of the beginning of Kamen Rider W. The film is prequel to both Kamen Rider W and the Futo PI anime, which is based on Futo Tantei manga sequel of Kamen Rider W. That's pretty cool, actually. Film's theme song is Niao Oto ni Nare, Become a Worthy Man. Niao Otoko ni Nare. Very cool. Become a Worthy Man. Koji Kiwawa wrote, composed, and sang the song of Sokichi Narumi, the character which he played in the original Kamen Rider W show, and a central character in the new film. Kojiro Tsuda voices characters Sokoichi Narumi in the film. The film's other new cast members include Ayumi Murase as the young Shotaro Hidari, Saotomi Sato as the villain Saeko Sonozaki, Tabu Do Pant, and Jun Fukuyama as the film's original character, Nagi Oshima. Okay. That's a little bonus. Damn, there's a lot more movies. Whoa. They got me. And Yosugube Kobishina returns to director to film at the Studio Kai with Ayakata Tamerua serving as assistant director. Toy Vision. Live action film of Mumbo Koda's Atashino Might. Manga ranked in #8. It's open a week then. Earned about 328,900 in first 3 days. The film opened in Japan last Friday. Okay. Cool. Film stars former Hatase Fernand group member who wanted to be as Shizuka, and any boy member Mayasa Kimura as Naomi Mitomo, former equals Love group idol member Nagasa plays Ako's best friend and rival in love. Mitsugi Tani Guichi, while Jutaro Yamanaka plays Ao Narita, Naomi's close friend whom Ao Koko and Misukui always consult. Directables. Inni performed the film's theme song Break of Dawn, and Cho Komei performed the insert song Cinnamon. Wow. Manga focused on Ako Kikawa, a straightforward second-year high school girl who's quick to act and cannot lie to herself or other people. She is always together with her friend Mitsuki Taniguchi, a girl whom she has been classmates with since 3rd grade. At the start of the year, they find themselves in the same class as Naomi Mitomo, who, despite being held back a year, remains the object of students' adoration. Akoko falls in love with him at first sight and immediately begins her advances towards him, though Mitsuki is unimpressed and feels that isn't really love. When Akoko asks Naomi to go out with her, she is immediately rejected. But here's about the real reason why Naomi won't go out with anyone from Naomi's friends, and thus continues her advances. All the while, Mitsuki and Naomi find themselves growing into closer relationships. Hey. Oh, she has Naomi won't go out with anyone from Naomi's. Yeah. But here's about the real reason why Naomi won't go out with anyone from Naomi's friends. Yeah. Okay, so you won't date anyone who's just his friend or something like that. Fair enough. Who's the guy with the glasses? Didn't even mention him. Alright. Second special edition Mobile Suit Gundam Freedom dropped to the 10th of its second weekend, but still earned 266,000 Friday, Sunday, including the earlier first version film, as well as the first special edition. This film sold 42nd overall weekend Japanese box. 34 million. Damn, film has earned a consecutive total of 34 million. Period. Good job, Gundam. So how is that? So yeah, that's just looking forward to a couple of films that are coming through. I would say Sony, again, cough cough Sony, that's big news, gonna get to it later, is gonna localize this screening of Attack on Titan, and I'll be there. I'll definitely watch it. I'm definitely curious. I can finally finish this freaking series, and that'll be great. But cool, until then we'll have to wait and see. And also, because I have to mention every time, Sony, please stop charging me to watch these anime movies, because I already pay for my membership. And AMC, you're better than that. But we'll get back to that later. Moving on. Sticking with Sony, because Sony almost has a monopoly. Wow. The Last of Us director has been working on a new game since 2020. Neil Druckmann mentioned the project in a roundtable with Kevin Levine. This is by Ethan Gotch. Hello, Ethan, over at Kotaku. Fans have been patiently waiting for word of what Naughty Dog's next big single-player game will be following The Last of Us Part 2, which we are currently streaming, by the way. Wink, wink. And multiple remasters. While studio head Neil Druckmann, I've promised I'll stop sleeping in the middle of the gameplay. Neil Druckmann, the cutscenes happen, I'm just like, oh no, here goes. While studio head Neil Druckmann didn't hint at what the project might be, he reportedly confirmed during a recent roundtable discussion that he's been working on his next game since 2020. Hello. Learn to walk again. The comment came during a Jewish Visionaries in Gaming talk held online this week, in which Druckmann appeared alongside Kevin Levine of BioShock fame, whose own upcoming game, the sci-fi shooter Judas, was revealed with a full trailer earlier this year. While Druckmann, who's also been busy running Naughty Dog and co-creating the hit HBO adaptation of The Last of Us, didn't say when his next game would be worked out. The 2020 marker suggests it might not be too far away at this point. Well, Control. That's the game that I was supposed to play, but I never got it. I never really know what to play in it. Whoa, I want to play it. It might be able. It might be. Cool. Related content. Druckmann is tired. Takes over Naughty Dog after present 19 years. Jesus. Roundtable discussion started making rounds on Reddit earlier today, but the VOD has since been set to private on YouTube. While Kotaku was unable to view the field discussion, another viewer corroborated Druckmann's mention of a 2020 date. Sony did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Naughty Dog has set the standard for blockbuster storytelling at PlayStation for years, but it's been a while since the studio teased anything new. A Last of Us Online project that was expected to take the post-apocalyptic zombie survival formula into a live service genre was suddenly cancelled last fall. There's also a series of veteran departures at the studio in recent years, with Druckmann taking over as top manager at Naughty Dog after former president Evan Wells left in 2023. Sorry, I was looking at Tyson. Given the current development cycles for the biggest budget games, it could still be a few more years until Druckmann's next game.
Whatever it turns out to be is actually in players' hands. Things that used to take 3 to 4 years to make are now increasingly taking 5 to 6, especially coming out the 2020's pandemic. In addition to a new IP, fans have been waiting to hear about the fate of Uncharted, which has been on ice since 2017's Lost Legacy. Druckmann did speak once before about his new game in now infamous Sony interview, which was transcribed so inaccurately. The entire thing had to be taken offline. While the veteran writer and director was ridiculed online for appearing to suggest his next project would redefine mainstream perceptions of gaming. Quote, end quote. He later clarified that he never actually said those words. What he actually said was, quote, people even outside of gaming are looking at us to see what it is that we put out next, end quote. Wow. That's about it. Okay. So that's that. I guess that wasn't really much of a news. I thought he had something more to say. But 2020, developing, working. Again, we've been playing Last of Us Part 2. We just started Last of Us Part 2, actually. There's been hard work to get that one going. And it's true. It's true. It's a little funky, but it's true. Because if you really think about it, when The Last of Us came out, this was after Uncharted 3. This was after PlayStation's rise to what's the word? Success. Yes, because before this they had the expensive ass PS3 that was $600 and nobody bought into that. And then they had to rebrand. They had to get the PS3 Slim. It wasn't really until the PS3 Slim that they were able to resell the idea of what PS3 was going to be. And that, along with Uncharted, really, Naughty Dog pushing forward the cinematics, right? And then with Last of Us bringing that narrative to a whole new class, a whole new level of narrative, of storytelling, of emotional intellect. And that changed everything. It made PlayStation change their tactics. However, it made them the narrative company, even though, even though maybe that wasn't what they were originally going to be, because of The Last of Us, it made them hungry for more bigger games, bigger budgeted, more explosions, more cutscenes, the works. To the point where we get things like Spider-Man, to an extent, something like Final Fantasy. That's those cinematic inspirations coming into the video game cinematic presentation. And I would credit most of that to Naughty Dog, the team who has been pushing that narrative, who has been very experimentative with how serious they could bring it. And that comes from being themselves. That inspiration, that muse comes from within. That is something that company, that team, that leadership has created and catered out of pure dedication, I would say. So now that we're in a interesting headspace, now that PlayStation as a console marketer technically does not have much competition, and now that Sony corporation themselves is a multimedia media conglomerate that has so many fingers in so many pies, movies, audio, digital CD production, disc production, anime, all that. And we're at a weird point where everybody is looking at Naughty Dog. Everybody is looking at Neil Druckmann to come up with something new, something fresh. Because as much as I don't want to admit it, a lot of these PlayStation games do feel like the same. They have inspired each other, yes. Worked with each other, yes. Have seen each other's codes, yes. But almost to a detriment where it feels like there isn't a Last of Us in this landscape anymore. And that's gotta suck, man. That's gotta be stressful as fuck. So, that's 2029. Many big games left in me. So that's gonna be stressful as fuck, man. So, AAA team that puts out games, a Sony scale flash shape studio. Yeah. So that's a little disturbing, I guess. We're at a point where, again, this company has no problem selling you a $700 console that does not include a disk drive, who is currently running a monopoly, more or less, in the digital landscape of charging publishers a 30% to produce on their console store, and just really feel like is not learned much since that PS3 original launch. And that's something interesting to see and to think about, man, because while they have so much revenue coming from so many places, it's a really weird situation where it doesn't feel like it's less it's less producing for the good of the people and more of a production because we need to have like we need to have a business and everything. We need a monopoly. And that's dangerous as fuck, because I'll tell you right now, there's people suing them. So that's a very dangerous place that they're at right now. And I don't necessarily wish any negativity on anybody or whatever, but it's gonna suck if, like, let's say like a Rome, they spread themselves so thin that they lose their identity of the republic, of their constitution, and they stop becoming the team. They stop becoming the thing that people love them for. And that will be the weird, interesting downfall of Rome. So hey, for now, don't think about it too hard. After all, Rome wasn't built in a day. And neither was Coca-Cola. However, all it took was one day. Because Coca-Cola's new AI-generated holiday ad slammed as soulless, spiritless, and, quote, embarrassing. Yeah, this is such slop. Coca-Cola is on a lot of fans' naughty lists this year. That was cute, Alex Stedman over at IGN. Thank you. When it comes to famous Christmas commercials, there aren't too many that are more iconic and nostalgic than Coca-Cola's 1995's Holidays Are Coming spot. The company's latest take on that ad, however, isn't inspiring the Christmas spirit in a lot of fans. You can watch the 16-second spot here, in which some ways it's largely similar to the original from the soundtracks to that big lit up truck. But if something feels a little off, it was because of Cole's first ad to be fully generated by artificial intelligence. The European CMO, Javier Meza, explained the decision was an interview with Marketing Week, saying Coca-Cola wanted to bring this year's holiday commercial to, quote, today's times. Quote, we didn't start by saying, okay, we need to do this with AI, he said. The brief was, we want to bring holidays that are coming into the present, and then we explored AI as a solution to that, end quote. It's safe to say that a lot of people on the internet would have preferred Coca-Cola modernizing the ad in another way. However, the reaction online has been overwhelmingly negative, with comments on the YouTube video and across social media calling it slop, embarrassing, creepy, or as one commenter put it, quote, this is as heartwarming as an aluminum tree. Quote, over 14 years ago, people were recreating Coca-Cola Christmas ad in GTA San Andreas and still came off as more authentic than this tripe, wrote one ex-user, Twitter user. Nathan, at the Nathan NS. Let's go ahead and check it out. What's going on? I see it. Ha. Yeah, that was slow. Interesting. Coca-Cola decided to have its polar bear take a giant AI shit and on the Christmas tree, wrote Joe Rosa tweets. Quote, it's actually so concerning that the brand as big as Coca-Cola is doing this, added another Twitter user. Quote, surely they could have afforded to hire actors, designers, editors, etc. to make this. Others expressed similar concerns. Quote, this is such slop, bro. If a billion-dollar company like Coca-Cola can't pay real artists, actors, directors, etc. to promote their product, what precedent does it set for the rest of the market? Wrote one person on the YouTube video. But most importantly, quote, Coca-Cola is banned from Ba Sing Se. In fact, the reception is so harsh that it's actually pretty difficult to find any positive sentiment. But Jason Zala, founder of one of the 3 AI studios Coca-Cola worked with to create the ad, touched the efficiency of using technology to craft the spot. Quote, more than cost, it's speed, Takar took Ed Sage. Quote, speed is, I would say, 5 times, right? And that's a huge benefit. The production time would have taken traditionally much longer. So that is a huge benefit. Quote, Coca-Cola has responded to the backlash, yet, but it might lose some soda drinkers to Pepsi in the meantime. Has not, right? Come on, people. AI remains a hot button topic in creative industries, emerging as a major point of contention in last year's Hollywood writers and actors strike, and in the current video game actors strike. For more on this issue, AI. All right. Well, Alex, that was interesting. Whew, buddy. 2024, huh? The year of artificial. Am I surprised? No. Hell no. But it's still shocking. I guess you're right. It's still shocking. No matter what, we all saw this coming. But no matter what, it's always going to be a disappointment. Because I guess people are just concerned about, like, actually getting a job now. Right? Or what is all this art for if we're just going to fucking copy and paste off a Google search engine? Huh. Something like that. But all that really matters, I guess, is if we so yeah, that's gonna be interesting, man. It's just Christmas is one of the happiest times of the year, I guess. It is okay. Christmas is capitalism 101. And although we know this, it still feels nice to do something nice for someone that you care about, or someone who has been there for you throughout the year, and that's great. And although it's something that maybe spawned from greed, money, sales, merchandise selling, it's nice that we took that, we gave it an image of a jolly red homie, and we made him fly around with reindeers, and that inspired us to be better, to be good people, to be kind, to be nice, to stay on the nice list. So, if you're gonna take all of that, Coca-Cola, a multi-billion corporation who unfortunately doesn't have investments in movies, video games, audio, TVs, computers, but they have multiple drinks. Where is the spirit, man? The jolly spirit. So, what's done is done. That is I think, the most unfortunate part. It's done. It's happened. Every CEO in his mother's, no, just kidding, in his mother's basement. Every CEO in his little freaking high-rise office, window office, saw the commercial and got, what's the word? Got all trigger happy. Yes, that's a nice way of putting that. Trigger happy, and is already planning on doing it next. Because if Coca-Cola can use an AI commercial, then why shouldn't we, the smaller struggling company, or just the up and starting struggling company who just needs a break or whatever? Like, sure, we're there. So what happens next? Whew. We'll find out together. Let's see what happens after Black Friday. Because speaking of unnecessary investments, Xbox promising more gaming consoles in the future and throw shade at PS5 Pro. This is by Ethan Gotch over in Kotaku. Microsoft's latest holiday marketing campaign is all about how you can play Xbox games even without an actual console. This is an Xbox. The slogan reads as it lists laptops, smartphones, VR headsets, and other platform-agnostic devices. But despite doubling down on the virtues of, quote, play anywhere, the company is still committed to shipping new boxes in the future, even if it decides to skip the pricey PS5 Pro style mid-generation refresh. Quote, we'll definitely do more content in the future in other devices, Microsoft Gaming CEO Phil Spencer told Rolling Stone in an interview. While not shocking, the reassurance comes after this fall's big holiday Xbox console exclusive. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle announced a PS5 port coming just a few months later in spring. The multi-platform push has had some fans doubting the platform's future, especially when Spencer says there's things like no red line when it comes to bringing first-party games to rival consoles, including the next Halo. Xbox President Sarah Bond previously teased that Microsoft's next Xbox would be the largest technological leap players have ever seen in a console generation. And this week, Spencer confirmed that the company is working on a dedicated PC gaming handheld, though it's still a few years off. Previous leaks pegged a new Xbox console coming in late 2026, and while plans can always change, it certainly sounds like Microsoft remains all-in-one hardware for the next 5 to 10 years, even if the success of those devices is ultimately propelled first and foremost by exclusive franchises like The Elder Scrolls and Gears of War. And what of Microsoft's skipping the mid-year cycle refresh? Unlike the last time when its Xbox Series X and PS4 Pro went head-to-head, Sony spiffed off 700 gaming rig that had launched uncontested this year. Spencer's answer is that improvements you just don't warrant an incremental update this time around. Quote, what do you think about the hardware and create unique value for creators on the platform? End quote. He told Rolling Stone. Well, we don't need to do incremental hardware for our own benefit. End quote. He continued, There's a new device will give you a unique experience on screen in some ways. Less like the old days going from the Xbox 360. That was standard definition, high definition. Now, it's harder to show the benefits, end quote. That echoed a comment he made to Bloomberg this week as well about reaching new audiences. Quote, we're not going to grow the market with $1,000 consoles, Spencer said. Those implied shots at the PS5 Pro come after months of a debate about whether Sony's second most expensive console ever seems worth it for slightly better resolutions and higher frame rates. While experts and diehard enthusiasts are singing the praises of devices for improved games like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, others have noted that even being a little too far away from the screen or dealing with daytime glare from windows all but cancels out that upgrade. Oh. Of course, if that's Sony struggling to showcase meaningful improvements with its new hardware, that's $300 more than all the digital PS5 was launch. How exactly we're going to get the largest technical leap you've ever seen out of the next Xbox at an affordable price? Maybe machine learning, generative AI, and cloud computing, which Microsoft is currently all in on, will provide a unique solution to the dilemma. AI. Wow, it all goes back to AI. Oh, God. All right, so what do we learn? Relapse. AI, the thing that will make the console cheaper in the future. AI, the thing that artists are currently worried about because it means that they don't have a job for good reason. Makes sense. AI, the thing that shit, what did we just read? Yeah, man. The things that it's using graphically to upgrade is gonna be helpful. That is kind of cool. When it comes to gameplay and environmental creation, yes, environmental creation you can copy and paste, or maybe create some kind of foliage, which is basically grass and shit. But AI should not be used to in replacement of creativity. Does that make sense? You can be like, oh shit, a dog would look cool in this corner, and you can search up an AI dog picture image and input it, but it's less cool if you go like, oh man, AI, I don't know, AI, give me something with dogs, and then he gives you all the dogs in front of a house or something. And yeah, just like that, I've already created an image, and that ceases to be original because it came from my brain. So inspiration, you could take that and make it your own interpretation, make a cover of it, and sure, that could still count as like, yeah, I did something. But when it comes from the soul of a human being, it can reach more people. It can touch more people because it comes from a human emotion. And I think that's what matters. So, am I against the AI? No, of course not. It's technology. I love technology. But I am against us giving up in this human-like experience. I still believe in us to create our future and work our asses off to do something cool. So, let's just do something cool. Xbox. Be cool. Pay your people. Stop closing out studio. Stop buying out shit if you're not gonna fucking actually use it. We'll see. Godspeed. PlayStation, stop being an asshole. Nobody likes you when you're being grumpy. Okay. Moving on to something a little bit lighter, because Mad Cave Studios to release new Speed Racer Stories content. This is with Rafael Antonio Pineda over at Anime News Network. Close enough. Spawn new Gatchaman Comics. US-based independent comic book publisher Mad Cave Studios announced on Thursday that it is creating new content, stories, and modern adaptations of Tatsunoko Productions' Speed Racer. Mach Go Go Go. Nice. Anime as a part of its collaboration with Tatsunoko Production. The announcement did not say what specific format or medium these new stories will be in. Interesting. Mari Yamaguchi, director of international business at Tatsunoko Production, said that Tatsunoko was quote, excited to partner with Mad Cave Studios to bring a new and original stories to fans of all generations. Quote, Mad Cave Studios president Mark Irwin said the company was, quote, honored to work alongside Tatsunoko Production to bring in a new Speed Racer stories to fans. And the company will, quote, explore the rich history and timeless appeal of the characters while delivering new stories. Hell, yes! It's like Lupin, but remastered. Mad Cave Studios previously partnered with Tatsunoko Production on a series of Gatchaman comics in June. Nakama Press, Mad Cave Studios' new imprint, previously announced at Anime New York City in August that it will publish Ukyo Kodachi and Tatsuma Ejiri's Infinity Force Arc to the Fullest manga in English beginning in summer 2025. The Infinity Force project celebrated Tatsunoko's production's 55th anniversary. Shot Studios released the Speed Racer anime on digital platforms on June 1st. The company was releasing both the English dub version and original Japanese version, Mach Go Go Go, on video on demand. Funimation previously released the anime on Blu-ray disc DVD. Cool. The 1967-68 car racing anime Mach Go 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 was licensed by Translux and released in the United States in 1967 as Speed Racer. The worldwide rights for the Speed Racer property reverted to Tatsunoko Production from American listing company Speed Racer Enterprises in 2011. So Tatsunoko filed lawsuits against SRE to uphold the revision, and they were not dismissed until 2014. Wow. This is cool. Let me tell you a little story. Long ago, back in the days, DVDs were a thing. This kid came through, it's probably my older brother, with I think it was season 1 or like season 3, I'm not sure, but it was a Speed Racer box set, DVD box set, and that shit was fucking goated. On the cover of the box, you would press a button like near the box cover art, and it would light up, and it would start playing the Speed Racer theme song, and it was fucking sick. But yes, Speed Racer is one of those shows that even at an early ass age, I was like maybe like 5 or 6, 4 through 6, I want to say. It was just crazy, man. It was just good shit. And yeah, maybe that's where the inspiration for being a Mach 5 driver came from. But I don't know. Just one of those things that you'll never forget. So it's pretty cool. Speed Racer, you're always a cool kid in my book. Thanks for being cool. So I'm looking forward to whatever these guys have in store. If it's something fun, I can look forward to that, and we can go from there. But okay, the music went quiet for a second. So yeah, definitely very cool. Speed Racer. Shit, I'm sorry, that was on me. It does have an off button. It does have a pedal button. No. Sorry, that's on me. So yeah, Speed Racer, definitely cool. I wish him the best luck. I really enjoyed. I hope it gets cool. Yeah, I hope it gets like a nice little pop culture pop, and people are into it again, because it's been a long time, and I think a new Speed Racer anime could go a really long way. So here's looking forward to that. But you know what else we don't look forward to? Oh, poor guys. Something that will forever be lost to the historical monuments. Assassination Classroom manga banned in South Carolina school district. This is by Anita Tai over at Anime News Network. Thank you, Anita. So, if you remember from our last story, this was still in the legislation books. Now it's official. Horry County Schools, the school district serving Horry County, South Carolina, moved to remove Yusei Matsui's assassination classroom manga from the school libraries on Friday after the month of a ninth grader at Soka State High School complained to the school district regarding the manga's content. According to the district's policies, the district reconsideration committee session and, quote, if applicable, the local board's review cannot be challenged for 5 years. In Assassination Classroom's manga, its adaptations, a class of middle school students are tasked to assassinate their homeroom teacher, who is an apparent alien with superpowers, before it destroys Earth at the end of the school year. Jennifer Hannigan, the mother who issued the complaint, described the manga's content, saying that the manga had numerous pages depicting handguns, rifles, knives, and potions. Really, woman? Potions? And the story talks about killing in the pages. She added that there's girls' lingerie hopping on top of men in the books. And she also noted the man's manga character discussed ways how to kill the alien teacher in the story. Well, she's not wrong. The books were temporarily removed from libraries in October during the review period. Whoo! So that's from last week. Yeah, that's true. You know what? She's not wrong. At the end of the day, she's not wrong. But I guess it's just one of those things where you have to, like, take it all as a whole package and hopefully get something good from it. But remember, little ones, if you can't read, that says Shonen Jump Advanced. So maybe not something for middle schoolers. Nah. But okay, I guess it all works out. Or high schoolers. Well, high schoolers can deal with it. Well, we'll see. So that's one. Chalk that as a loss in the books. We lost the boys. We'll get them next time. But unfortunately, Assassination Classroom does not get the pass from the United Board. So unfortunate indeed. What does this mean for future books? It means keeping them away from your mother. Damn it. Freaking 5-year-old. I don't know. No, it's fine. Just take care of yourself and all that. Sheesh. All right. Let's try to make ourselves feel better with a couple of good news. Moving on. You're my favorite explosion. These two classic shooters just became completely free forever. Both Unreal by John Walker over at Kotaku. Kotaku, Epic, now primarily known for Fortnite and Unreal Engine, has given permission for two of the most significant video games ever made, Unreal and Unreal Tournament, to be freely accessed via the Internet Archive, as spotted by RPS and Reset Era. The old Unreal group announced the move on their Discord, along with instructions for how to easily download and play them on modern machines. That's crazy. It's hard to convey what a significant moment it was in 1997-98 when Quake 2 and Unreal came out within 6 months of each other, marking Epic's entry into the graphics arms race with id Software. The two games were both utterly brilliant shooters in their own rights, but also became the names behind the engines on which a generation of games would be built. Half-Life was based on the Quake engine, while Unreal's was under the hood of Deus Ex. What also made them special is that both Epic and id were developers who grew up with the understanding of the importance of shareware, free software, and putting source code into the public domain. It's why anyone can use those engines and many later iterations of them to create their games free without license or restriction. There are many publishers who are so ludicrously obsessed with maintaining a death grip around their most ancient software that I was thinking about it, but I just saw it. They will sue anyone who dares touch it. Nintendo, and all attempts to preserve games they refuse or support are met with outrageous hostility. Epic, for whatever faults you may wish to level, is not like this. Well, it should be commonplace. Instead, it's a rare joy to see something like this 26-year-old Unreal so friendly and unwillingly share. Inside of me. Yep. Yep. Now, meanwhile, the backbone of the internet, the wonderful Internet Archive, has been through an awful time of late. In October, the site was the target of a massive hacking campaign, taking it offline for weeks, meaning the world lost access to vital resources, like Wayback Machine stories, which stores archived versions of almost every website in the internet. Approximately 835 billion pages, damn it, and its enormous catalog of books, softwares, films, music, and art. Damn. Sugoi. At the same time, the vast monopolies that control copyrights have started turning their evil eyes towards the project, with a gruesome court ruling in September rejecting the archive's appeal against a decision that would shut down its ability to lend books to its users, something triggered by the IA's amazing project during COVID lockdowns to allow multiple versions of the same ebook to be read by users. In a project called the National Emergency Library, in the wake of this savage blow, more will be coming for it, claiming its goals of preserving humanity's creations are somehow a violation of their intellectual properties. Yeah, motherfucker. So given all this awfulness, it's really rather wonderful to see the opposite happening. If you want to play Unreal, and you should, it's still so good, you only need to visit this site. And yes, it does look like some 2022 Keegan piracy site, but I promise it isn't, and download the Unreal Gold zip file. I've done this, I've Irish checked it and run it's all good. It will automatically pull the ISO files from Internet Archive, install them on your machine, and have it do so without the gruff mounting imaginary disk and so on. Same applies pioneering online multiplayer game Unreal Tournament. Huge kudos to Epic for being cool with this. While it shouldn't be unusual to happily let people freely share the 3-decade-old game you still don't sell anymore, it's vanishingly rare. And if you remain in any doubt, we just got word back from Epic confirming they're on board. Quote, we can confirm that Unreal 1 and Unreal Tournament are available on archive.org, a spokesperson told us by email. Quote, and people are free to independently link and play these versions. Also, give every spare penny you can to support the Internet Archive. It is one of the last truly good things of the internet. Amen. Nice. That's good. That's good news. I like that. I feel that. Oh shit, I love the song. Yes, they said it better than I could have or did or whatever. It sucks, man, because we are definitely in an era where everybody just wants to fucking put a stamp on their IP and be like, no, give me money for that shit because you mentioned its name. And like, while it's cool to be like, yeah, that guy made this thing, or Nintendo made the fucking Red Plumber, it is a bitch move to just not let people enjoy history. Not even that. Not let people learn from history. That is robbing knowledge, which is one of our greatest currencies, in my opinion. And to steal that from the common man is bullshit. So take care of it. Respect it. It is our history, and we deserve to own that shit. We, as a pop culture united, right, deserve to remember what made us excited, remember what brought us together in the first place. And as people like this, yes, sure, freaking Epic has all the money in the universe from Fortnite, but it's people who are trying to give back that I think make the difference, all the difference. So people like the Internet Library or Internet Archive, people who are just really trying to make sure that this information doesn't get lost, that we still have something to learn from when all is gone. So I highly respect that, and I hope it sticks around forever and it only gets bigger and it stays as philanthropic as it possibly can. So, Godspeed. And don't you wish you were? It's a total lie. Do you want me? Do you want to let me know that you're okay? A diamond gold ring cut to Let's cut your circulation. That's good. Pierce the veil. Finally, one last scooch. Whoo! Universal Studios Japan to open Donkey Kong Country area on December 11th. Damn, that's soon. Shigeru Miyamoto previews games Golden Temple Ride. More in direct video. Nintendo of America revealed in its what the fuck? Nintendo of America revealed in its Super Nintendo World Direct presentation that the upcoming area based on Donkey Kong Country DCK games will open at Universal Studios Japan on December 11th. Nintendo Director Shigeru Miyamoto introduces the area's various attractions, including the rhythm-based Donkey Kong game, the Letter Scavenger Hunt game, the Jungle Beat Shakes food stand, Donkey Kong's Treehouse, Flunky's Fly and Buy Shop, the Golden Temple Ride, and the mascots themselves. The power-up bands from the existing Super Mario World section are also compatible with the attractions in the new area. The DKC area in Universal Studios Japan was delayed from spring 2024 to the second half of 2024. Universal Studios, I want to see this actually. Universal Studios Orlando revealed in October they will open the Universal Epic Universe theme park, featuring its own Super Nintendo World with a new area based on Donkey Kong Country games on May 22nd, 2025. Multi-day tickets and packages went on sale on October 22nd. Super Nintendo World opens theme park in February 2023 with character... At the Universal Studios Hollywood with theme park with February 2023, attractions including Mario Kart, Bowser's Challenge, Toadstool Cafe, One Up Factory, character meet and greets, and interactive features using the power-up bands. All right. 11 minutes. Spit up, become like a jungle. Oh. Don't care. Get some water real quick while we watch Miyamoto examine faces. Getting into congas. Whoa. Very nice. Whoa, look at him go. Ramby. You're swing just like the movie. Oh no. Oh, you gotta go to the K's. There you go. Look at him go. Ooh. Kita. Todo desu ka? That's hilarious. Hey, it's Seth Rogen. That's hilarious. Alright, well, that's cute, I guess. They got a little Donkey Kong guy. Funky Slice Shop. That's cool. Alright, so, yeah, they're continuing... Oh, we're not done reading. Holy shit. Yeah, it's... Oh, wow. Yeah, it's a cool thing, man. GG. Oh, man. So aged. No. Water. It's all golden. Pretty cool. That's cool, Green Kong. Okay. Oh, he's actually. Oh, he's not gonna go on the ride. He's actually gonna go on a roller coaster. Yeah. Dude, he's not gonna go on the ride. Is he? They are going on the ride. Holy shit! They're not gonna go. They're gonna stop. So it's an actual ride. Oh, it's Diddy Kong, Dixie Kong. There you go. So it's an actual like a mine thingy ride. That's cool, I guess. And they're not gonna show a drop. Oh, giant barrel cannon. Oh, that is cool, actually. Cool. So yep, there you go. There's a cool little thing. Cool. Look forward to that. Super Nintendo World opened at Universal Studios Hollywood theme park in February 2023. Attractions include Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge, Toadstool Cafe, One Up Factory. I thought it was Chef Toad's Cafe. One Up Factory, character meet and greets, interactive features using power-up bands. Universal Studios Japan Super Nintendo World area officially opened in March 2021. The park had originally planned to open in area July late 2020. And it's time for the 2020 Tokyo Olympics, but delayed the opening due to preventing crowding as countermeasure against COVID-19, according to NHK. The park invested over 6 billion yen, about US 56 million, in the new area to raise attendance to record levels. Construction began in 2017. The first phase of Super Nintendo World area opening with 2 rides named Mario Koopa's Challenge, Mario Kart Koopa's Challenge, and Yoshi's Adventure. Visitors and attractions are given magnetic power-up bands that allow visitors to interact with attractions, such as hitting real-life blocks. Wristbands are able to keep track of scores, including the park-wide ranking board, coins, and stars from various rides. They can interact with the game console. The effort is part of the larger planned Nintendo theme initiative that Universal is adding to its theme parks. Yep, that's cool. In case you haven't seen that, we did have a Super Nintendo World in Studios Hollywood walk tour. So that was cool. That was actually fun. We went on Mario Day. You should go check that out because it was raining. It was cool. But yeah, man, that was interesting to think about how that's gonna come around. Universal Studios Hollywood is so small, though. It's a lot more cramped, and unfortunately it feels like they need a lot more room, but thankfully maybe because of how well the Mario version worked out for them, maybe they'll be willing to give up more land and they'll be willing to invest in more Super Nintendo World properties. So one can only hope. But hey, you never know. It's all coming from Nintendo ninjas, so be safe out there. But hey, that's gonna be a wrap, believe it or not. Just guess keep in mind that in 2025, it's December 11th, so that's very soon, man. Damn. If the boys and I do end up going to Nippon this year, that's gonna be one for the books. So hey, keep that in the brain. But until then, that's been another week. And while we didn't go super long, we went long enough, and I think that's a pretty good vibe. So we're just gonna go for that. And man, I had plans to go to the gym. It's a little bit late, so I might just do some workouts at home. Or I might do some Miku boxing or something. I will think about that one. But I did want to try playing something later if we can. So that's all in the air. I'll have to like evaluate my life and go from there. So hold on for that one. But hey, for now, I'll miss you. Yes, sir. It be like that for now. Spoilers. It's about to get. What are you? Sorry. Where are you? And I'm so sorry. Alright. Alright. Well, let's bring the homie back in the fold. As he says, Ola. Oh, I forget to take it off on the YouTube video always. Sorry, YouTube. You have to deal with me. Woo! Remind me to do that next time. Because I spent. Oh, it doesn't matter. Miss you. Soka. Sokana. I miss you, miss you. Okay. I got this, maybe. So I feel bad for like cutting it across my. You know, I don't know this. We began feeling as love you could as you can. Now we're feeling so good, picking things we shouldn't read. Feels like the end of history as we know. Just the end of the world. Back to the street, back to the free. Feeling as love as good as you can. Into a place that dance from blue. Into the room where it's 9 in the afternoon. And you know that it could be true. And you know that you feel it too. Cause it's 9 in the afternoon. Eyes are the size of the moon. You could cause you can, so you do. You're feeling so good, just the way that we do. Cause it's 9 in the afternoon. Your eyes are the size of the moon. You got what you can, so you do. You're feeling so. It's a B and a B flat. It's correct. Down to our feet, losing a feeling you need. Do you know what I mean? You used to say, man, it feels good to feel this way. You know what I mean? Back the street, back to the place, back to the room where it all began. To the room where it all began. Cause it's 9 in the afternoon. Eyes are the size of the moon. You could as you can, so you do. We're feeling so good, just the way that we do. When it's 9 in the afternoon. Your eyes are the size of the moon. You could as you can, so you do. We're feeling so good, just the way that we do. Cause it's 9 in the afternoon. Your eyes are the size of the moon. You could as you can, so you do. We're feeling so good, just the way that we do. Cause it's 9 in the afternoon. Ew. I can't hear the song. Oh, you know what? And the volume was on the tablet. Of course. Something like that. ¿Por qué no? Okay. So the volume is up on that. Audio mixing dayo. Good job. I don't even want to try the next one because I know it's going to be worse. So, I told myself I would do it. I'm sorry, I played on it last week. Soka. All these flat notes? Soka. Seriously, have fun with that. Hi, Suki. Alright. This is the one about having fun. Don't think about it, man, when all the lights are dim and your hands are shaking as you slide up the thread. Think about you dead and how I hope to God it was worth it. The lights are dim and your hands are racing as his fingers touches. Better kiss, better touch, or better fuck than any boy you'll ever meet, sweetie, you and me. Girl, I was looking past the sweat, every half disturbing enough. It's changing body in the passenger seat. No, 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 you know it will always just be me. Let's get these teen hearts beating faster, faster. For to start to boy. Down to the speed and hold your love quote. For the stars to boys and all looking girls. Down to the speed and hold your love close. So I guess we're like crowds, so cameraman, swing focus. Case I lost my train of thought, so that is the last I've thought. Do I turn a call and we're just getting to the part where the sock sits in and stomach acid finds a way to make you get sick. You do get all of the attention. Let's not get selfish. Did you really think I let you kill this chorus? Japanese teen hearts beating faster, faster. And all looking girls when you dance to this beat and hold your lovers close. So just toss her and pose and all looking girls dance to this beat and hold your lover close. Dance to this beat. Dance to this beat. Dance to this beat. These teen hearts beating faster, faster. Let's get these teen hearts beating faster. I'ma win, better kiss, I better touch, I better fuck than any boy you'll ever meet, sweetie, you had me. Cause I was looking past the sweat, no better love is serving up. Exchanging body in the passenger seat. Oh no, no, you know it will always just be me. Let's get these teen hearts beating. It's when you dance to this beat and hold your lovers close. Cluster of boys and all looking girls. Dance to this beat and hold your bodies close. Cluster of boys and all looking girls. Dance to this beat. Cluster of boys and all looking girls. Dance to this beat. Beating faster, faster. Let's get these things home. Wow. If I had to really work on that, I need to get that level of to match this before I blow 20 people's ears off. Good stuff. Yeah. Alright. So that was the Panic at Disco Hour. And that is where we go from here. It's time to dance. Oh, my back. Do I go to the gym? Do I try to play Pokemon? Do I try to play Last of Us? So much time. Such little. Or so much things, so little time. And yeah, that's kind of where we're at. Again, we are just going through the hectic holiday season is what we'll call it. And although I'm probably not gonna have much time to have quote unquote fun with all of us, y'all, it's it's gonna be something that I do try to do. If that makes any sense to anybody, because this is not something that I get to do because I have the resources to do it. It's something I do because I enjoy doing it, and as long as I can keep on trying to do the fun, then I know I will try to do the Mountain Dew. And yeah, that's kind of where it ends up. I know, I just, without saying much or without being too direct or whatever, it's just there's so much to do in a single day that it's hard to dedicate time, effort, relationships to this moment. So while we're here, while I'm here, while you're there, while you're where, I wish you thanks. And I appreciate you dudes who are there just relaxing, having fun, taking the day throughout your week to just kind of have a second to just chill out and listen to a dude ramble and mess up songs online. Because that's the power of the internet, baby. And that's the power of some fun. So, till then, it's been your boy, EXP 66 Stitch. That's this guy. Ookami Stitch. Los. Wishing you better mañana, better weekend, and better fun. But until then, ja. Matane. Wait.
Come on, come on. This is screaming for the world. Come on, come on. This is screaming, this is screaming, this is screaming for the world. Boys will be born. Boys will be boys. When I say shotgun, you say wedding, shotgun wedding, wedding.